gruesome creatures. It was a well-fought battle, and several of our members of the party were licking their wounds as they were returning to Tresan, which only brought more troubles as they approached the gates, and you guys were greeted by the city guards. Captain Kreskar has asked for the group to meet with her in the captain's quarters. You guys easily complied. You ended up meeting with the captain, and you guys were informed of a larger cultist meeting that might be taking place in a few days. One of the cultists that you had captured earlier in the week confessed to it, and the guard captain had asked if you guys could seek out this meeting and gather some information as to what exactly is happening. Um, you guys obliged with the. I think he promised you guys a discount if you did it. I'd have to relook it up, but with this news, you guys take your leave and turn in for the night at the inn within town. However, come daybreak, one of the four of you do not appear downstairs with the rest. A little concerned, Yeahno goes upstairs and investigates Kenny's room and finds that Kenny is in fact a bird. Who knew? He also discovers that Kenny is quite sickened and quickly fetches the rest of the party and Bailey. Um, Bailey, who has a little bit of experience with this infection, quickly seeks out Githa, the healer, who comes and scrapes off the infectious goo from Kenny as the party is holding him down. For now, all seems well, so the party gathers themselves up and decides to use the remaining daylight to hunt down two ruffians that have been harassing merchants on the western roads. A tough-fought battle with a couple heavy hits to a specific bird-like creature. The party manages to capture both fugitives and turn them in at the city gates. Now let's see if you guys can survive a new dawn and a new day. So
Oh, we'll survive.
maybe
Did we get a long rest?
no, because you guys had just returned to the city. You could have a.
Well, you said it was a new dawn, new day. So
It's just an overall concept. You fuck. It's metaphorical. It's not
new D&D
figurative.
session.
It's not literal. Uh, new campaign. We're done.
Well, I could use a fucking long rest. I'm pretty goddamn hurt.
You could have had a short rest in your travels between. Oh, there's Kenny.
Play.
Hello.
This.
You could have had a short rest between your travels from capturing them and traveling back to the city gates. If you want to apply that, I don't think, unless you guys deliberately start something, you're going to run into an issue prior to being able to take a long rest. But you guys are just inside the city gates. You have the one party or the one captive on the back of the horse. The other one walked himself to the gates and ended up in shackles, thanks to Ssilva.
Where did he say we were supposed to bring this chucklefuck?
You're supposed to bring him to the guard captain.
All right. Do we know where that is?
Yeah, you guys were just there. So, reaching the guard captain is pretty easy. You guys proceed to the guard captain's quarters and bring the second strong hand in. As the first one has already been brought in by the guards, being moved into the cells in the lower chambers. Kreskar, the Dragonborn, sees you, turns and notices the two captives have been brought in. She walks up to the party. Well, this is a great feat for you guys.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that you could bring these ruffians in. They were harassing our merchants in the district.
Well, no longer harassing them.
She turns back towards her desk, grabs up a small sack of coin, and turns back and hands it to Ssilva, I believe.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
It's 20 gold pieces.
I'm just gonna stick it on the side of my pouch and keep moving on.
Yeah, figured because
We got paid.
yeah.
How we got paid? Good question. We got paid.
Before you guys take your leave, though, she turns. Is there anything that you may have found at their camp that we could possibly return to any of the merchants? I know that they stole up quite a good deal of items and materials.
Uh, not that I readily could tell you about.
All right. Well, I'll send two of my men out there to retrieve anything that might be left at the campsite itself.
Of
But
course.
I thank you guys for your service.
You're
She gives you a wholesome nod and turns back to her desk and sits back down. Continues with her paperwork. You guys, at this point, it is pretty late into the evening, so I take it you're going to turn in. You guys travel to the inn. Bailey is there once again with her barmaids. The tavern is rather heavy with people coming and going. But you find yourselves at a table and you sit down. You have a pretty hearty meal. As you guys consume your food, you look over and you start to notice that Kenny just seems, again, in a sickened state. He's not eating his food like normal. And he just seems kind of drained sitting there.
You're just eating full bites instead of masticizing it in my own mouth and spitting it out and then eating it again.
hey, little feather friend. How you feeling there?
Oh. He's gonna say pitted, but he fucking throws up his masticized food.
Just all over the table.
A little bit in the table, and then he tries to get a little bit into the bag of holding.
So, was last time we talked to Bailey, she's still looking into what the problem was, right?
Yeah, it was only earlier in the day. It's
Okay.
probably about 12 hours later, so it probably doesn't have any results for you as of yet.
You got
Fair enough.
results.
But, alright, so you guys express a little concern for Kenny, but he seems to be at a stable point. Each of you slowly turns in for the night. Is there anything specific you guys want to do before you head up to bed, or?
I think I'm okay for now.
Okay. The shops are still open if you wish to purchase anything with your newly found coin.
And he wants to, but he's too tired. He's gotta turn in. He actually passed out on the table.
Alright, so
I mean, what kind of stuff could we actually find in this town?
there's a pretty heavily populated town, a larger, more of a city than a town, really. I keep using the wrong terminology. But there are plenty of merchants around that could have you all different sorts of things. You could find more weapons, you can find more potions of different sorts, alchemy, stuff like that. And whatever kind of suits your need.
How much? How? Someone has track of the gold we got. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
we
like,
each just.
the shop.
Yeah, hold up. It's in this chat here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we each got 225 copper, 1,500 silver, 675 gold pieces, baby. And we each got a potion of healing, and Peepaw got the potion of greater healing. Then the rest of the shit is just, I guess it's in my bag that I just threw up in. I'm sorry, guys.
Fine. Yeah. So, how much do you think a ring of spell storing would cost?
Let me see if I have it here.
I'm looking for an amulet of health.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a ring a spell store.
just reading something. Ring of Spell Storing is 7,500 gold pieces.
Oh,
Christ.
fuck. Ah.
Wow, that's expensive.
That's a
What if we
lot.
just stole it?
Last time you guys tried to steal something, you burned a city down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You raised a city.
And he's like,
You,
I can
you,
do it.
you cannot prove that I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
What is going on?
7,500 gold. Holy.
What about an amulet of health?
All right, give me a second. Inventory. I need to fix my gold. You said we have. It's in the chat. Yeah.
An amulet of health is
There
4,000
we go.
gold for a minor one.
Give me a
A
second.
How
minor one,
about a
there's
ring
just
of
one.
protection?
Their amulet of health. Oh, this is 3.5e. That's why. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
Right now it's gonna be all inflation prices.
It's 5,000 gold pieces for the amulet of health.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But a ring of protection.
Ring of protection.
Oh, I need to actually. That's. We.
Ring of protection is 9,000.
How about a cock ring of protection?
it
18,000. What the fuck?
vibrates.
Remote control vibrator, and you don't get the remote control. Guy at the shop's just like, hell yeah. Okay, fuck. How about like a dagger +1? I don't know.
Cloak of protection would probably be more in your price range and get you that AC.
Oh, the ring and the cloak would be different.
A ring is rare, a cloak is uncommon,
Uncommon, yeah.
so it'd be cheaper.
Wait. Those are the last two things I'm asking for. Dagger +1 and the cloak of protection. Thanks, Colby.
A dagger of +1 weapon dagger is 502 gold pieces. I'll just round it down to 500. 500 gold pieces.
Okay, that's the D +1. What about the cloak of protection?
Cloak of
Cloak of P.
protection is 800 gold pieces.
Wait. How is a ring of spell storing 1,500 gold pieces then? Because this is a ring of
7,500.
spell 70. My asshole. It's an uncommon item, isn't it?
I'm sorry, how
No,
much did you
that's
say
rare.
the cloak was? I zoned out. Or like I was trying to look at my gold. At 800?
Yeah.
Ring of spell storings are rare.
Ring of spell storing.
Items.
Yeah, I'd have to pull it up, but that's what I'm getting from on here.
And the amulet of health is a rare item too. That's why it's expensive.
Yeah, rare. The cloak of the elven kind, I think, is uncommon.
Yeah.
Am I not fucking?
Or
Oh, yeah,
not cloak of the elven kind.
Jackson?
Yeah. Sorry.
Is there a certain site you're looking
Yeah,
this up on, or I could just look these all up instead of bothering you with this?
I was.
Are you on D&D Beyond?
Nah, I was using this site, and then I was also just randomly googling it.
Gotcha. Sweet, thanks.
Because the ring of spell storing wasn't on here for some reason. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's on here, but it's 20,000 gold pieces instead.
Yeah, okay.
Immediately goes back to the other one. I'll just save up for it. Forget I said anything. Foreigners.
Alright. Alright, so while you guys do a little bit of shopping, you spend a little
Page
bit.
you link says 4,000.
You spend a little bit of money, and you're turning in for the night. Everybody gets a good, hearty, long rest, so you guys can all take your long rests. I do need Kenny, when you get a chance, to make your Constitution saving throw.
It's Peepaw. Here it comes. Uh-oh. It's a 8.
You're dead.
Uh-oh.
So, come morning, yet again, 3 of you end up down in the tavern, and you notice that Kenny is missing once again. This time, the 3 of you together report to his room, and you find Kenny in quite a distraught state. Laying on his bed, just kind of curled up in a fetal position, seems like there's a decent amount of pain, and you quickly notice that there is a small spot of blood that is just dripping over the edge of his bed. It's coming from the area where all the goo was on his... I think it was on his neck. On his neck.
Can I take a look at it?
Yeah, if you want to try and do a check for it.
What you need me to roll?
If you want to do medicine, you can. Or nature.
Could I make it? I'm gonna make a nature argument because he's a bird, and I know he's a bird.
I discovered that last time.
Could be many raccoons in a bird suit, but
Could be
up to you
fucking
to
12.
decide.
Jesus, dude. What? Why does?
The end of the campaign, it hops out. It's been a gnome this whole time. Just what?
Yeah, 6 gnomes who like each know like one phrase each, and that's why I've been cycling through the same six phrases.
So is it 12? Do I know what's going on? I know everything, don't I? Fucking brilliant.
You know that it's all coming from the same wound as yesterday, and you notice that the wound has recovered itself. Basically, the scar, not the scarring, the scabbing of it is that black sludgy goo again. It's slowly pulsating as you look on Kenny's neck, turning his head slightly, and you see that it's just kind of all up on his neck down into his chest area.
Gross.
That's your diagnosis?
I was a nature check. That wasn't a medicine check.
Oh,
From a nature standpoint, that's gross.
The trees didn't
gross,
have
it's
this
nature.
weird shit on it.
Can I go run and get Bailey?
Alright, so Yeahno departs from the room, running down. You grab Bailey's attention, and yet again, she sends one of her barmaids for Gertha or whatever. What was the name? Githa. Gertha.
Harry,
Short-
a lot of gravitas.
just has huge tracts
Tracts
of
of
land. Githa shows up shortly after, yet again has a bag of holding, and asks you guys each to hold Kenny down, as she says that this time she's going to dig a little bit deeper, hoping to get some more of it out, and hopefully rid him of this infection. So, each of you make a strength check against Kenny. Kenny, do a strength check at disadvantage.
What?
He's being pinned by 3 people.
Nice.
13.
7. Take me away. Harder. Way harder.
Ssilva,
Oh,
please.
just grubbing for a clam dragger, man.
I got Peepaw, you are holding the head once again, and you turn his beak over to the side and expose all of the goo on his neck. And as you're twisting his head down, holding it in place, you can hear just this like leeching sound just coming, just as it's peeling slowly off of his skin because you're stretching the area.
Here's a little pink guy.
Yeahno and Ssilva are holding down the arms, and Bailey is holding his legs as Githa goes in once again with more scissors, tweezers, and starts aggressively, quickly removing the goo. She scoops it out every time, just dumping more and more into the bag. This time it looks like it's a little bit more than last time. This isn't good. I'm going to try to get everything I can this time.
Isn't good.
I'm going to have each of you do the check again. Strength checks, please. See if anybody loses grip.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah, you still have disadvantage.
Well, I got that one.
and
My arms break under the weight of you all looking at me.
Just the peer pressure just lays there.
I'm happy he got it at one.
All right. So, you guys each pin him down, holding down, and she just keeps gouging away. And as she starts to pull away, you start to see more and more of just the meat underneath Kenny's collarbone, all exposed, blood pooling out onto the bed itself. After about 10 minutes of just gruesome pain, withering, and just wincing, she thinks she gets it all. Poking and prodding at the meat underneath the flesh. Well, it looks like I got it all this time. I'm hoping that I can find a more permanent solution. But for now, I hope this helps. And she starts to apply a healing ointment to the large open wound to kind of help restore the area. You guys let go of Kenny, and Kenny sits up. Kenny, make a Constitution save for me.
Whamp whamp.
Fuck. 4. Guess it didn't work. You just like pull in and you just get like right out of it, man.
Alright.
Like a total mush burger.
Yeah, that's what's in there. Githa takes the bag of holding, and
Is that my bag of holding?
no, it's a different.
Oh, okay.
She brought her own. She leaves the room, and Bailey quickly follows behind her, and you hear them muttering to each other as they walk out into the hallways. You guys are now sitting in Kenny's room on Kenny's probably the only one sitting on the bed at this point. Kenny, you look down and you see a lot of blood just kind of all over the bed. Your arm feels weak from the lack of blood that was going to it, and from the amount of weight from your companions holding you down. But at least they care.
I could go right about now for that cheeseburger in paradise as they're all walking away.
So you guys take your leave after a little while, making sure that Kenny has enough blood to be able to walk.
Get up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Looks at his fingers, just like starts stealing shit.
I could do this all day. Stop it!
What can I steal from this room? What's not bolted to the ground?
I mean, pretty
Chamber
much.
pot.
Sure, if you want to steal a chamber pot.
Has it been used?
Did
I use it?
I would say
Was
that's
it
up to
me?
you.
I think he's been thrown up in the bag of holding. A little closer. You can keep it in the bed with him.
Soul of your chest and stomach.
Yeah, just his beak fits in it really nicely.
Tried
The
to,
chamber pot's just like too
too shallow.
shallow. Yeah, it's like he gets it and it's just everywhere. So it's not been used by him.
Okay.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Alright. So, you guys, as you're making your way into the tavern's main hall, discussing between each other, you recap that you guys only have your mission to the mountains, and then the request from Captain Kreskar about going to check out the cultists in Farmeth Ruins to the west. Which one are you guys interested in doing?
The ruins are on the way.
What do we get for checking out the cultists?
You get a 5% discount at all the shops in Trescent.
Gee, 5% of 7,500 is not a lot.
475.
It is three.
Yeah,
37.
375. My bad.
You do have all these other things that you could sell. It'll get you another 75 gold. Bloodstone cup, fine steel ring, pewter mace.
I guess it's more of the like. It's on the way. What is the likelihood we find something useful in the cultist lair that's helpful to us?
Well, it'd probably be useful to you or like, Yeahno. Kenny would probably make some use out of it. Out of something he finds.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. I don't know. Because like really, that mission's more what do we find as opposed to like what we get from the guards. The guard that's like gravy on top at this point in time.
But I put in all this effort.
All right, let's go take a look at the cultists.
You don't have to. I have both things planned.
No, I mean I'll put it up to a vote. I'm inclined to at least take a look. Worst comes to worst, if it turns out to be a huge problem, fucking.
We don't have to do anything there. We just have to go look and see what they're doing or figure out what they're doing. We don't have to fight anyone. We just have to go look, and then we can leave. They said we didn't have to kill them or do anything. They're just like, we want to know what's going on there. We're like, okay, well, we're probably going to see you in about 4 months.
So whatever they're doing, I'm hoping it doesn't happen soon.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like if we go up to the mountains, we're just gonna going back to Sepawal because that's gonna continue like the main quest. And if we don't really have anything pulling us back to Tristan, then
Which means we're going to be inclined to deal with whatever problem we find.
yeah, we'll see what we run into. We'll have to make my judgment call on that. Because if they summon some like giant like CR-15 demon,
I
we
mean,
can
at
go
that
fight
point,
it.
we just fuck off out of there. That's not our problem.
Yeah.
We already took care of one town or one city for them. They could just handle the Chesand, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're here to work with you.
All right, let's go take a look at the cultists then. If it looks like it's about to get out of hand, we just bugger off and call it a day.
Yeah. I gotta pee. Be right back.
All right. So you guys gather up your things. You get yourselves prepared. You have a nice hearty breakfast, and you leave heading out the western gate, out into the sands, heading in the direction of Farmeth Ruins. It's a couple days travel out there. You don't run into any issues along the way. With Peepaw's navigation skills, he's able to, and Yeahno's nature knowledge, you guys are able to discern your directions and maintain a heading, following the path out in a west-northwestern direction. You finally come up over one of the larger dunes along the pathway and see a decrepit, broken-down city of ruins in the distance. It is off the beaten path, but you do notice that there is a slightly covered walkway that leads that direction. It seems like there hasn't been much footwork or foot traffic going that way. You proceed down towards the city or the ruins. Approaching the edge of it, you start to hear people talking in the distance. It doesn't seem like they're trying to be stealthy or quiet or anything like that. And you can kind of hear. It seems like it's a small group. Are you guys looking to move closer to listen in, or
Do they look like cultists?
from peering around the sides of a building, you guys notice in a small, I guess, cul-de-sac-like area, there's a couple people not wearing anything alarming, not like cultisty gear, but they do look like your standard commoners. They're standing in a circle and they're discussing, talking amongst each other, and you just hear them just. Are you coming to tonight's ceremony? It's going to be a good one. You see one of the other ones responding. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to meet with the Monsignor and see what he's bringing to the meeting tonight. They continue discussing a little bit more. Nothing that piques your interest, but you do obviously note that they are meeting. They don't mention where. They have not noticed you as of yet.
But like, are they cultists or are they like Mormons?
You'd have to inquire. Or try to be sneaky.
Are we still in the city?
No,
Oh,
you,
hell
you
no.
guys
We're
are.
off-
You
we're
made
off
it to
in
the
the middle of the
ruins
desert.
at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was nothing
I
that
just
really
got
happened in your travels.
How many of them are there?
You see 3 of them currently talking in the cul-de-sac. It's 2 guys and 1 girl. All 3 of them are human.
Fantastic. Fuck. I mean, we could just murder them if they're just common. If they're like commoner levels, we could just blast their heads off and move on with
We
our
just
lives.
straight up murder these people.
I mean, look, it's as far as we know, they could be cultists, and if they're not cultists, well, oops.
Looks like I picked a whole bouquet of whoopsie daisies.
I mean, we can hear their conversation, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to keep listening then. Until I can confirm or deny that they are cultists.
They continue on their conversation. It sounds like a basic conversation you'd hear at a table talk. Nothing alarming. They're talking about their day. They're talking about the weather and a little bit of the week. Nothing really presents to you outside of being a commoner. One thing does draw your attention, though, as one of the gentlemen uh, pauses for a moment in the middle of one of his sentences, and you see him perk up and look off to the side, not in your direction, but he turns back towards the other 2 and just, I gotta go. I have a feeling they need me at the cathedral. And the man leaves before the other 2 could even say anything. The other 2 look at each other a little concerned, but they don't really acknowledge much of it as they turn in the opposite direction of him and start to walk in the general direction of where you guys are. They have not noticed you yet.
I'm gonna hide.
I mean, we could just beat the shit out of them.
I'm gonna hide first.
I mean,
Then
yeah,
I'll beat the shit out of them,
definitely
basically.
ambush. Like, definitely ambush style.
I guess. If they see one of us, then yes.
All right.
I,
Next.
I look at Peepaw and like silently like make the like choke them out like motion.
He like it takes the head motion and kind of like choke him out.
Just quick.
Just realized I've been on mute this whole time, so I'll just say all my jokes again.
So we need to date back all the way to when we were leaving the city.
Yep, literally. Yeah, right. Yeah, I had a long rest joke. Yeah, I'm also gonna go invisible. I'm invisible now. That's it.
Wait,
That's it.
what?
We can't see Kenny anymore. You look back and you're like, where the fuck did Kenny go? Is he getting sick again? You're like, nope. He's just somewhat sheathed
That's not bad.
veiled in shadow
All right.
in the middle of
Not
the
the
day.
So each of you do a stealth check to hide as you wish around the corner.
Oh,
I got a
I'm
26.
surprisingly 14.
And yeah, no.
Huh?
Do
Are you
a-
hiding with us?
Yeah, do a stealth check to see if you're hiding from these two that are walking in your general direction.
Oh, I don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that. Why?
I
is that?
don't, because I have hidden step.
So you just blend in.
I turn invisible.
Oh. See, Kenny, that's how you really turn invisible.
I know how to turn invisible, man. You just be yourself, and then everyone's just like, actually, I don't want to even look at you anymore.
Ooh.
John, your stream's frozen.
Oh,
It's because of that wisdom I just dropped on all y'all.
that should be
Yeah,
better.
there you go.
That's because I was off the window. All right, so they come walking around the corner. You guys each found a little spot in one of the broken down buildings nearby that you ended up hiding in. Yeah, no, quickly just turned invisible and just stood still in the middle of the street. The two commoners walk on past, and you get a closer look as they walk right on past each one of you. You notice that even though they are wearing commoner garments, they each do have a weathered dagger attached to their hip, and you notice on a closer, I guess, inspection, um, that all four wrists, the two wrists on the woman and the two wrists on the man, have cuts on them that are vertical. They run down the length of the arm. They are healed.
Up the highway, not across the road. What are
Yeah.
they trying to kill
Yeah,
themselves?
yeah.
They are healed over in a bizarre fashion. Not a normal scar, but they aren't scabbed up. So they've been healed. They're old, but it does seem a little intriguing as to how it healed. The couple walks past you and moves on and turns the corner out of sight. You guys each reconvene into the middle of the road, standing there, and you do
Groping for Yeahno. Where are you, bud?
notice he's like really short, so all those grabs are approximately dick height.
Oh, no, he's so short that even if he's reaching out, it's still only maybe mid-thigh. Maybe.
Squeeze the butt.
Are they talking still?
The couple that walked away.
I was just trying to see if I could pick up anything I said and mimic it back to them. They're like, kidding me? Who are you seeing? Who's Shireen?
So we don't need to or is anybody following them? Do we want to follow them?
That's up to you guys if you want to follow them, or do you want to follow the other guy in the opposite direction?
I mean, can we just take these two out quickly and just fucking hide their bodies somewhere? They'll be out for a couple of hours.
Sure.
All right. So you guys quietly follow up behind them and
Get it, boys!
decide
And
to
gal!
jump the two commoners. Obviously, you get a surprise round, so I'm just gonna go down the list here, I guess.
That'd be the last.
Yeah, you know what? I'll have Peepaw go first and Kenny go first because they're the two melees.
They're the ones who are actually going to probably be able to
they'll
one-shot.
probably knock him out. So, Peepaw, you going after the man, you're going to try and knock him out. Give me a attack roll.
Mama knock him out. So you're
12.
gonna knock him out.
12 does hit.
6 damage. Bonus attack. 15 to hit.
Yep.
Another 7 damage.
Alright,
So
so
13 total.
you come leaping out of the shadows and just box him on the ears. He drops to the knee, and then you just take his head and hit it against your knee, knocking him out onto the ground.
Suck it!
Kenny, you leap out
Bag
of the...
him? My teabag as a free action.
You don't have to react. Yeah, you can.
Kenny,
Crouch
your
is
turn.
a bonus action. Oh yeah, I'm getting right in there. I'm gonna just get the fucking bag of holding with the vomit in over his head and just.
So wait a minute. So if the head's in and the body's out, that's a reverse Kenny.
Yeah, right. We call that a Kenneth.
that's the full name. So you're actually going to try and do that?
I suffocate him in the fucking bag, and maybe his head got bashed around with the fucking the not the porta potty. What's it called? The chamber pot and all the other shit that's in. There's like a mace in there or some shit. Hold on, what just you put in there?
It kind of goes
There's
into a
stuff
void. I don't think that they're actually like
gonna
cramming
keep-
space in there.
I feel like it only gets bigger when there's like more stuff in there, right? It's not just like if there's only like 2 things in there, it's not this huge plane that you're just like, where is that?
Well, it's like a
Dental
it's
floss.
like a sub like a demi-plane, right? Like it's its own little
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. But when you want something out of it, you have to say what you want, and then you just
Yeah,
it
and
just
then it
goes
comes-
into your
it'll,
hand
like, come
automatically
out.
when you reach in.
All right, the sequel to I Am Legend. This
You
guy's- I
have
don't
to fit in first.
know. All right.
So you're trying to
Yeah.
loop it over her head. Roll a d20 and add your dexterity, because this is more of a finesse move to try and get his head into it.
Did I just do a dexterity check? Is that the same thing or no? Right? A d20 with
Yeah.
+2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. I put myself in the bag.
It gets caught on the edge of your beak, and you just... damn it.
And the fucking, I think I fucking charged for it 10 cents because I'm at a Stop and Shop. Okay, great. Thank you, Sylva. I know you were going to get that because you live in Connecticut.
Fuck.
That's it.
Yeah, you get it, though.
Yeah, 100% get it.
Cool. So that's my action.
I don't think that... I would consider that a two-handed attack, so unfortunately
Right.
you won't have a bonus attack action. Because you're
I'll just
holding
use my
both sides
action
of
to
the bag.
say,
But you try to get the bag over her head, and she kind of ducks, reacting to the moment that Peepaw had leapt out. She sees her companion go down, and she turns, ducks just underneath it. You miss, and she looks up and sees you guys standing there. Yeahno, your turn to try and give it a chance.
you got to hear, Kenny just says this, though, as he misses. He goes, "Whew," and he goes, I'm an idiot. In Peepaw's
She's just still
voice.
standing there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got the surprise round, so she's not really doing anything. She just kind of dodged his attack.
Okay, I am gonna grapple her.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Alright, so opposing checks.
Was that athletics?
Yeah, you have to do
Yeah.
athletics.
Well, we all know how well I roll. Let's get it. Ooh, 17.
Ah.
Nice, dude.
You roll
The
17.
dice gods are treating you well.
Nice. I don't know why I rolled on that. Alright, well, she rolled a 12. So you come up after she ducks out of the way from the bag of holding. She stands up looking at Kenny and Peepaw, and you come out from behind and just bear hug her from the back. And hold her.
Consensually. Wait, no, this isn't consensually. Never mind. Non-sexually.
What's your intelligence?
Mine?
Yeah.
+2.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were like our simple-minded friend.
No, I actually am not terrible.
Yeah, this time you're smarter.
Slightly
Yeah.
smarter. Still rolls the same though.
I was
Yeah,
picturing
rolls
the
are the
guy.
same, but like
Got a
unlike
50.
Gorak, actually does know what's going on.
Mm.
Unless you need me to make a perception check, in which case I'm probably gonna fail it.
I was just picturing you as the guy from Mice and Men, the slow one. Giving her a hug.
Oh, dude, what's his
Brother.
name? Yeah,
Lenny.
yeah,
Plenty. Yep, thank you.
I like petting the mice.
yeah.
Crushing.
Very specific, Colby.
Lenny.
Such a terrible reference.
Oh, that was good.
No,
But he's not
just like
that, no.
a terrible ending to the book and the movie.
Oh yeah.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's just like
None of those
What?
old books had good endings.
uh, hopefully you don't go the way of. Anyways, all right. So you're holding her steadfast, and she's struggling in your arms. You kind of pick her feet up off the ground, so she's flailing a little bit, but you got her in your grip, squeezing tight. Are you trying to squeeze her to the point where she passes out, or are you waiting for giving someone else the opportunity to just knock her out?
I figure at this point she can't go anywhere, so I'm good.
All right. So you're holding onto her tight, and that leaves us with Ssilva with the last turn on the surprise round.
I mean, would she be able to scream?
Yeah, she.
I'm worried
I'm
about
giving you kind of the surprise round before she does any real reactions.
Uh,
But it is likely that if you don't knock her out before her turn, she's going to scream. You can roll it with the. Does
Oh,
she get advantage?
advantage. Yes. Wow, 2 5s. I really cannot hit this woman.
Yeah, I forgot I had advantage on my attacks.
Oh. Yeah.
Nope.
Unfortunately, you miss with both your. You try to take the hilt of your dagger, just trying to knock this woman out, and you miss both times, almost hitting Yeahno.
No, I'm sure he fucking hit me. Like, hey!
Sorry.
Just get dude.
Just let me get right up in. She's moving.
All right, so let me get initiative from each one of you. I'm just gonna.
Wouldn't mind. I got a 20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a nat 20 for 21.
Nice.
What did I roll?
You rolled a
It's so lucky.
5.
Well, I really am letting my team deal with this problem, eh?
Yeah, it was your idea. You're like, let's do this, and then you're like, you deal with it.
I could deal with that. I'm not a martial class.
Peepaw, what did you get?
20.
Alright,
I got a 30, 20.
dirty 20. So, yeah, no,
Just going when dude were.
yeah, no, you are up for. Kenny, what did you get?
Probably 25. Hold on. 17.
Rolling.
So 3 of you guys are going prior to her. So you got 3
So-
chances. Yeahno is up first with the 21, holding steadfast, keeping her from moving much besides her head, apparently.
So can I just like? She's currently grappled, right? So can't go anywhere. Really can't do anything. Can I just? I don't know. Take my giant cow hand and put it over her mouth so she can't scream, or like gag her in some way. Would you allow me to make a BDSM roll? What are we talking?
I mean, if you want to muffle her screams, you can. Obviously, that I'm going to consider that more of a free action because you're just repositioning your hands in the grapple. If you want to just use that as your turn, you can. You can also try to pin her down, possibly body slam her to the ground and pin her.
What would be the advantage of that?
I'm just giving you options of what you can do.
No, I just because I mean, other than that, so like, okay, if I tackle her to the
Prone?
ground, then she would be prone. and then she would, if she did happen to escape, and she'd only have half her speed. So yeah, I guess I'll just
We'd also get advantage on melee attacks against her if she's.
I'm
We
gonna
currently technically have, because I think he's counting it as restrained right now.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
it's a different concept at this moment. This is like a unique fight. But yeah, so you want to try and pin her down to the ground?
Can I just like hold my action to, if they fail, I will do something in a sense of like
Just,
I'll figure it out.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah,
All right.
business out. Yeah.
We'll say it's a readied action. You're readying. What would you like to do if they fail?
So if they fail, then I'll attempt to knock her out.
Okay. All right. So you ready it up. You
Everyone
kind of
doing arm strikes.
you turn her open towards the rest of the group, and you're just like, "Come on, one of you guys knock her out before she screams." And that brings
Even
us...
though she's grappled, I am not confident in my ability to hit something literally in my hands.
It's already in my hands.
Have fucking blessed you with the worst luck.
Shillelagh.
The blessed curse.
All right, so that brings
No,
up.
just know you have no blood on your hands.
No, physically, like you can't. Um, that brings up Peepaw. So Peepaw, after
right.
knocking out the guy, you stand up and you see the other three kind of struggling with the woman, and Yeahno has her restrained at the moment.
I roll my eyes, looking at you guys struggling with one person. I'm like, fuck this, you fucking idiots!
I'm like,
First
look,
attack.
I didn't want to hurt, so no magic.
Alright, that was the first attack. Second attack. They're both just regular. Alright.
Alright, so you hit with
Douche.
boom.
5, 11 damage.
I see exactly what they have.
I think they have 10 health if they're just commoners.
But are they?
Yeah, I mean, cultists might have 14 health.
I did 13 last time and knocked them out.
Okay.
You you run up and you just full blown fist right to the face, right in the middle of the bridge of the nose. You hear this loud crack as blood splurts out the bottom of her nose, and her head falls limp in Yeahno's arms.
Wow, you murdered someone.
Just flat out, whoop, bam!
I mean,
She
I guess.
Alright, so the two people are unconscious and you drop them, well, I don't know if Yeahno wants to drop her, but you have the two unconscious bodies in the middle of the street at the moment.
Yeah, I think we need to. I'll sling this one over my shoulder if someone wants to get the other one, and we'll take them somewhere that's, I don't know, not in the middle of a fucking street.
Yeah, I guess we should also tie them up and gag them.
I think we would take them somewhere and tie them up.
Yeah. And we could just use like the stuff they have on them to tie them up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wasting my materials.
I mean, judging by the scars on their arms, I bet they're into it.
Alright, so you guys quickly pick up the bodies and you move them into what looks like an abandoned house. You tie them up with, I guess, their clothes.
Their belts, their pants, shoelaces if they got them.
Alright, so you use what you have around you.
Stuff in the abandoned house.
Yeah, who's tying who up? Who's doing the tying? I'm gonna have I think it's
Do the monkey's fist.
for tying
Oh,
and survive.
Look, I've already made you guys handle absolutely everything. I'm also not very confident in my not tying skills. I do magic.
What are we rolling, or what will be rolling?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I think sleight of hand.
He's fist.
Make it a monkey's paw?
Go bam.
You'll tie him to a chair and cut out the bottom and whack him in the balls with it.
What do you mean the old? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Coaching method.
It's one of those fun college things, you know. Different orientation. How the fucking seats go in these oh, not my
Um,
RA.
Yeah, it's sleight of hand check. So, sleight of hand check to see if you can tie a decently well-off knot.
Oh, hell yeah, it's a 16. It's like the monkey's
Nice.
open palm. Yeah.
I got 2 ends of a string. What? All right. So Kenny ties up one of the cultists.
I accidentally do the fucking magic trick where it's like it just goes back together. Like I tie it and it's just like now one full rope or somehow.
It's like I don't even know
Let's
what
just
I'm
fucking with me.
doing. Who's tie? You having Kenny tie both of them up, or someone else tying the other one up?
Well, I think we tie them up separately and then we tie them together. Does that make
All
sense?
right. All right. So three checks to tie them. So tying the second person, which one of you wants to tie him up?
Kenny.
I'm
What?
feeling really good
Alright.
about it. I'm feeling really. Yep, that's a 14 for that second one.
Alright,
You know, not
so-
my best work. You know, you think that the second one would be better because you had some practice, but
I think
not
you're
how
still
they work.
floored from like tying the rope back together and making.
Yeah, how is this all one circle now?
Hold on, I gotta start over. Hold on.
I don't know how to tell you guys.
Knots. What are they? Just what?
Let me tie let me tie them together now.
All
There we
right,
go.
tie them together and let's see.
That's
I
the
did that.
best work.
This one you're just getting mind blown at the ability to make circles with rope and belt buckles.
I just
and,
keep pulling out of my mouth.
but you tie each
Man.
one of them up and tie them together. You tie them to a post in the inside one of the abandoned houses. They do not wake up before you guys leave from there. You guys leave the abandoned house and you're back in the streets.
Thing on them, by the way, like cultist symbols, some sort of map, maybe a key of some sort of identification that we did just beat up 2 innocent fucking civilians.
Pamphlet or something, or some light reading.
So
Fine.
whoever wants to investigate their bodies while they're unconscious, you can do an investigation check for me. See if you find anything of use or interest.
21.
Peeking over here.
Yeah, no, is peeking over here.
It really is, yeah.
And then combat starts in 4, 3, 11. All right. So you guys each pat down the bodies, frisking them, looking, maybe cavity search. Yeah, I know it's being thorough.
Could have hit it up the urethra.
Right.
Jesus Christ!
I'm here.
Searching through the bodies, you don't find anything that's too alarming that really signifies cultists. But what you do find is a small pamphlet that's been put together. You find it on the woman, and you pull it out and read the inscription on it, and it labels the cathedral that you heard the other man who walked away mention, and it basically states, calling all citizens that are in the town to come to the cathedral on, I don't have a date for the night, but on this night there is something amazing and wonderful that the priest wishes to share with the folks. It goes on about just like, oh, it's going to have refreshments, it'll be fun, games, stuff like that. But
We're gonna have cornhole.
Gonna have cornhole.
trying to entice a couple people that have read it to show up. But nothing really falling too much into the cultisy.
Is it the ruins? Like
Yeah.
just a Like, is this like a debacle place, like overrun by nature? Like,
Yeah, so a lot
bunch
of
of
it,
shit. Like, what are
it's
these
an
people
old
doing here?
town that's been ripped down by the sands. I almost said the sands of time. By the sands, just the weathering. They built this town a long time ago, but it ended up being deserted and turned to ruin just because of its location. It was very hard to bring supplies into. One thing that Silva does notice as Yeahno and Silva go over the pamphlet, you notice at the bottom it says, "Please wear your best attire for a life-changing event." And it seems
Oh,
like that one
Christ.
line kind of sticks out at you.
We got another Jonestown, don't we? God damn it.
Other
Let's
than
go kill all the cultists before they kill themselves.
It's not suicide if you murder them.
We're saving them from killing themselves.
By killing
Cardinal
them.
sin.
Now you'll go to Valhalla.
I can go to heaven. Nothing go to the mesosphere and die.
um,
Wait,
so
does
after
10
certain
silver equal 1 gold? Sorry to change the subject here
yeah,
radically.
10
Okay,
silver,
so I'm
yes,
just gonna
one
go ahead
gold.
and just go get changed from like the local shopkeeper. You get changed for this? Can you break up?
who wait who are you?
Fuck.
All right, so with that, you take the letter, pocket it or the brochure, you pocket it real quick, and then you return yourselves back to the streets. Um, what is your destination? You guys don't hear any sort of commotion coming from any direction, so it seems like your attack went unnoticed.
Fantastic. Sounded like that
So
for
is there
something.
like a bar or a place where like the townsfolk would gather in this area that we're at? Or no?
Uh,
It's ruined.
yeah, it's kind of in ruins. These people probably don't live here. If they do, they probably don't stay for more than 1 to 2 days at a time. It's not really like an open city. It seems like they're just gathering here, probably from the brochure.
Oh, okay, got it. I was very like, why the fuck are there brochures around? Okay.
As you guys wander a little bit through the city, heading back towards that cul-de-sac area where you saw the three people talking originally, um, you start to hear more commotion coming from farther down the road. Are you guys looking to investigate?
More commotion.
What time of day is it right now? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can head that way.
It's about 1 in the afternoon. So you have a good amount of daylight left.
Your eyes are the size of the moon. Anyways, uh, sure. Shall we go see what the commotion's all about, gentlemen?
Alright.
I'm gonna get sneaky about it though.
Hello. Um, yeah, so with this commotion, yet again, it's not necessarily commotion where it's like any sort of fight or anything like that. But now you walk up the road a little ways and you duck through another house of ruin and peek out the windows. You're looking into a large open roadway. Probably used to be the main road leading through the city, and you see about 6 people standing there talking amongst each other pretty loudly. And in the middle is 2 dogs that are fighting with each other.
Okay.
You see the
Oh, is Michael Vick here?
you see the people kind of cheering on and just yelling towards each other. Each of them kind of holding coins in one hand and yelling towards the dogs as the dogs are essentially mauling each other. After a while, um, Is there anything you guys want to do to interject, or are you just going to keep watching? I don't know if any of you have morals.
I was like, I kind of want to save the poor puppies. Do they look like normal dogs?
They're
Do
hellhounds.
do a perception check
Oh
for me.
fuck!
Oh fuck.
Just shit.
Wow, I'm gonna roll all fives tonight. Straight up, just all fives.
Try.
Hey, I rolled a 5 too.
Five gold
Uh,
rings.
Greg, try rolling another perception check. If you get another 5, refresh your D&D Beyond. Sometimes it sticks on a number.
Nope, we got a 10.
Okay, so it's fine.
So,
All right, so
Just that.
so you're trying to get a good glimpse of the dogs, but you can't really tell if the wounds that are open on them are from the current fight or if they might be some sort of like undead dog, possibly.
of course.
Still looking to interject.
I'm not sure. Hey, we're here to look at cultists, and I'm not inclined to get myself killed over a couple of dogs right now.
Yay, and attacking them would make too much noise.
Hmm.
Those other two were easy. There's 6 of these guys.
Yeah, I don't feel like fighting them. Let's go see if we can find the guy that walked away from that original conversation, or find, I don't know, whatever the fuck we were supposed to find off of the map.
I mean, there's. Oh, is there a map up?
Is there a map up?
No,
No.
I don't have a map.
I mean, this cathedral's come up multiple times, so I say we go check out that.
Nod in agreement. Go. We're looking to party.
Not just yet, boy.
So do we know where the cathedral's at, or is it just like?
See, I would say,
Can we see the steeple just spearing out from the
I would
desert?
say you would see the steeple. You would definitely notice the building. There is no definitive address, I guess you will, on the brochure. It just mentions the ruins and the cathedral. Um, but you guys are the building you're in. You carefully make your way to the second floor to kind of get like a overhead view of everything, and you're able to see down the road. Probably about 2 or 3 blocks down the road, you see that the cathedral starts to form into appearance, and you know that that could be your destination to try and what's it called? To try and get there, to try and see what might be going on in the church.
All right. Shall we continue, gentlemen?
Yeah, I say we get up to the church and
Hmm.
find a nice little hidey hole and spy in on it.
All right, so as you guys move through, I'm not having you do stealth checks because the dogfight that's going on is making a good amount of noise that you guys probably aren't going to be heard. Um, so you guys use the back alleys, back doors, and some of the ruins to kind of sneak and snake your way through the city. Finally, coming to a large open square with a large fountain in the middle that has been reclaimed by nature. Vines and weeds of all sorts grow out of it and are dripping into the earth on the outsides of the fountain. You see the steps to the cathedral itself are breaking apart and seem pretty brittle. The doors and the cathedral itself, however, look like it's in pretty pristine condition. It seems like somebody's been maintaining this place pretty well over the years. None of the windows are broken. The doors seem like they're fine. Uh, One side of the double French doors on the front is actually slightly ajar. You see several people going in and out as you kind of watch from a distance. Nothing too alarming, but you are starting to notice from each of these people, from the dogfight, the ones you've knocked out, and the ones that are coming and going in the cathedral now, all have the same scarring on their wrists. or well, forearms really. They all have
Tada,
that
like the little burn
long
long sleeve.
scar that goes down their forearms that just seems like it's unnaturally healed. Uh, yeah, no.
Just
If you want to do a medicine check, I can have you tell if it's healed by healing powers, because you're the only one with healing powers in the party, or if it's done with something else.
So you want a medicine check on that?
Yeah.
Not an Arcana check.
I was like, can
Oh,
I check
yeah.
to figure out what kind
Okay,
of
so the two of you do Arcana checks.
I was like, because
I'm over here reading through the list like 6 or 7 times. I looked right past Arcana.
Yeah, I was like, there we go. That's a nice 17. Oh wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got a 17.
I confirm you're 17.
Confirmed, but we should be
Nice.
fairly. We should have some inclination as to what deity is making them do this.
So, you guys had a chance to investigate a little deeper on the two that you knocked out, and then noticing everyone having the similar scarrings uh, on their arms, you know that this wound is created not from a dagger. It's not from any sort of normal weapon. It is definitely coming from um, a magical creature that has actually bit into the forearms of each of these people.
It's a bite mark.
But it's not vampire.
No,
So they are into the kinky stuff. Okay.
Huh? Are they getting hung up on meat hooks and shit too?
I go up to one and be like, haha, high five, dude. Made it to the beach, dude, mate. And like, I raise my hand up, and he raises his hand up. Grab his arm. Lick.
what? Yeah, so at this point, you guys are still unnoticed by any passerbys, but the it seems like more people are going into the church than are coming out.
How long did it take us to get here?
Uh, with moving through and kind of being careful and watching for any people walking up and down the roads, I'd say it probably took you about maybe an hour to
I
2
meant
hours.
to just from the city to here.
Oh, from Traysand to here,
Yeah.
3 days.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Why, you were wondering about long rests or whatever?
Well, no, I was gonna say if we were close, we could just go back and tell the guards and be like, "Hey, they're doing some big meeting thing tonight. Just go
Oh yeah.
bust it up." Woo, woo, woo.
No, not unless you have sending. You wouldn't be able to exactly message them within a day.
It still wouldn't matter. It takes them 3 days to get here.
I was like, how hard would it be to like sneak into the top of this church?
That's what I was thinking. We sit up on like the second level where the organ is and be like, "Okay."
On one of the balconies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy, but you might be able to find an opportune moment. I will say this, that it would definitely be easier to make your move prior to when everyone starts to show up. According to the brochure, it says sundown, which is about 6 p.m. at this moment.
What? No, I'm gonna go try and find my way there now.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I'm not
okay.
trying to
I
with.
thought...
We're going to get set up.
I'm gonna lie. I am a trap setter. I am not about to like be sneaky here or anything. I sit in a corner and blow something up when it comes around. Like,
Okay, okay.
my plan consists of nuking stuff.
So are you trying to get on the roof, or are you trying to get on the second floor like Colby said?
I mean, like, which would be easier?
Do you want to look inside or outside?
I mean, I kind of want to see inside, but like, one would think that if we got onto the roof, we could like climb into whatever collapsed steeple might be there and work our way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do it that way if you want to climb up to the roof you can make your way around the building itself to try and find an easy way up to the rooftop. Um, I'd say from where you're standing, you notice that there is several buildings that are close to the cathedral itself. There's just a small alleyway in between them. You would be able to get to the rooftop of these buildings and jump over to the rooftop of the cathedral. It may be your best bet, but you will most likely have to make a jump check or an athletics check.
And if I fail it, I fall 2 stories to my death.
Probably
I
not
don't
to
know
your
about
death,
I don't
but-
know about death, but yes, you would fall, depending on how close or far you miss the DC by.
How far's the gap?
A rough estimate is 10 feet.
Oh, that's a running jump for me.
Yeah, that's anyone that has at least a 10.
Yeah. Okay, sure. This should be an easy athletics check. Let's, as long as I don't crit fail it.
All right. So each of you guys, are you all gonna follow Ssilva? Everybody going together.
Actually, can I make an acrobatics check instead?
I mean, for jumping, it's athletics.
For
Acrobatics.
jumping, it's 1 foot per point of strength you have, but we're putting checks in here. So I'm asking you to let me use my better dexterity stat to make this jump.
To be able to balance on the roof as he's running and jumping. Because you can
Yeah.
make the jump on the flat ground, but now you're on a roof and kind of like a little wobbly. Because my acrobatics is better than my athletics as well.
I mean, really, I should make you do 2 checks, acrobatics and athletics, because it's still athletics to make the jump.
No, it's not. It's literally in the PHB. We can jump with a running start 1 foot per point of strength. I have a
Yeah, you
13
try to
foot
jump an unusual long distance.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just reading. You try to jump. I didn't finish this.
Yeah,
Up.
long
Yeah.
distance or pull off a stunt mid jump is like the athletics thing.
Yeah, like a basic jump. It's like, yeah, like most people could be like, like a 5 foot gap or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up to your strength.
Um.
Once it's past that, then yeah.
So acrobatics, to maintain your balance. Luckily, you did.
Yeah.
22. All right. So Kenny and Yeahno, are you guys following, jumping from the rooftop to the cathedral's top?
Yeah, Kenny might not be back.
Or fight a fight.
He is back.
Okay.
Um. Do
Are you
a
following suit?
acrobatics check to make sure you don't stumble on your little run to jump across the gap.
And me?
Both of you.
Yeah. Well, you know me, good old Abe.
Oh,
Come on now.
what it
Not
do
gonna
when the
eat
time
shit. Are you kidding
comes?
me?
When the time comes.
Pun intended, but I'm gonna chicken out. Kenny doesn't like being up here so high. He can't fly. I don't know if you remember that.
Honestly, he's so fucking out of it. He would.
Let me see if he could even work up the courage to do it. Let me roll a d20, 1 through 10. He doesn't do it. 11 through 20, he does it. All right. He sees the sea cow try and do it. And he says, "All right, if cows can fly, maybe Kenny can fly." So here we go. You said an acrobatics or no? You
Yeah,
said
it's
athletics.
it's an acrobatics to make sure that you're not gonna
Oh,
flop,
okay.
lose your
Sweet.
balance,
He
and
needs to
fall.
also do a sick flip then. Actually, right into the ground.
Oh my god!
Hey, he's been sick.
All right. I was gonna let the 8 slide, but the 5, I really can't lower it that much. Man.
It's a nat 1. It's a nat 1 with a +4. So
Yeah. So the 3 of you leap across and you land. And you're all just, come on, Kenny, come on. Kenny's a little hesitant and nervous about the gap, even though it's not really anything wild. goes to run, and as you're going to run, you do feel just this weird sensation. Your heart starts beating faster, and the blood starts pumping faster. But for some reason, some chemical in your body just shuts it down, and your legs just give out. You fall over the edge, losing your balance, and you fall down um, to the ground, bouncing off the side of the cathedral one time, hitting the ground.
Hmm.
You take 4 points of damage as you slam into the ground below.
You know what would be really helpful with in this kind of situation that I just would have had if I was a wizard and not a sorceress? Featherfall.
Can I use the bag of holding as a parachute? And just
You didn't have the acrobatics to jump a 10-foot gap. You're not going to have the dexterity to whip out the bag of holding to capture
No,
the
you went-
all the,
20
all
went
the
to go
feet.
jump
vomit and all this stuff just falls on my head.
You went to go jump and you pussed out.
Oh,
No.
I had an allergic reaction to whatever it is I'm allergically reacting to.
No, you use the bag of holding as
Jumping
a
again.
parachute, but it doesn't work. But on your way down, there's a sconce that you loop it onto, and it rips aside, and all your items are gone.
No.
No, no, no.
No.
Oh, yeah. What I gotta do, man? You tell me.
I'm okay,
Nope, not that.
though. You do take
I-
4 points of damage, Kenny.
I know.
As you land, slam down onto the ground, you spit out a little bit of dirt that got into your mouth as you kind of collect yourself standing back up. And you look up, the party is still up on top of the roof. Are you going to try again, or are you guys going to lower a rope for him to try and climb up?
It's nighttime, right?
Not yet. It's about 4 p.m. at this point.
Right.
You still have 2 hours until this meeting thing starts, until people start to show
Do a
up.
little. I do a little.
A little what?
I think he was signing.
Mm.
And
Yeah, no. Can you pull him up here or something? Like toss him a rope.
yeah, I'll just
I ain't getting pulled down.
Alright, so,
I toss a rope to Kenny.
yeah, no,
You
let's...
just hear. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, no, you troop a rope over the side. You have plenty. You guys have plenty of rope. Are you going to pull Kenny up, or is Kenny climbing the rope?
I'll like can we do like a combination? Like I'll
Yeah.
pull
Yeah,
and
both.
he climbs, so it makes it a little faster.
Yeah. Okay. Is anyone going to help Yeahno pull it up? Pull the rope up?
I guess if he's anchor. So I want to get him off the street as fast as possible. We're not trying to get spotted.
Yeah, I guess I'll throw my hand in, but I'm very much trying not to get in the way of the two people who actually can pull this rope.
It's like
Alright,
holding
so,
one, like just
only have
one hand
13
behind your
strength.
back. You're like,
I have a 13. Like I have a +1. This is strength
Me
is like
too.
I
that's not a
function.
joke.
I did the ocean standard to lift 45 pounds. That's about my limit.
Oh, Kenny, wait.
so the three...
Yeah, no, it's just the anchor because he's a big boy.
I am a hoss.
The three of you do strength checks with advantage. And then, Kenny, I need you to do an athletics check for climbing the rope.
Oh God, I got a 6.
I'll take the
And-
16.
14.
Jesus.
Got a 10.
Alright.
Damn it!
No, it's... I mean, it's not
It's
that...
not my thing.
Eaten by a building.
It's a big bad building, dude.
BBB.
Alright, so you guys pull him up, and he finally gets up onto the rooftop with you guys. You coil the rope back up, put it back in your pack, and continue on your way across the rooftop. You do find the steeple leads up to the bell tower. There are chunks of stone missing from the side of it. You are able to squeeze on in through, and you find yourselves on a rickety staircase made completely of wood. Scales all the way up to a giant cracked bell, and then all the way down into probably one of the rear chambers of the cathedral itself. You guys, I take it, are trying to head down.
I mean, we're trying to see what's happening inside. How do the stairs look? Like, are they gonna like collapse underneath me, or are they actually gonna be like potentially solid enough for us to actually get down?
It's going to be hit and miss from where you are. You guys are able to see the stairs are, some of them are rotting out, other ones look pretty solid. Um, Stepping on each one, you can feel kind of just it sink and form around your foot, so it is definitely rotting out. Um, who wants to lead the way down the stairs?
I'm going to attach a rope to my waist, and I'm going to attach a rope to Yeahno's waist. Also, stay behind me, step where I step. Don't let me die. I will go first, John.
All right. So you quickly tie each other up, and as I guess climbing buddies, if you will, and you start to descend the stairs. Um, Let me see.
I'll be right behind Yeahno, I guess. Kenny, I don't think you're the least graceful bird I have ever met.
Lock fully getting barrel on the seashore, bro.
Let's see. Okay.
He gives you a pity high five.
Almost out of playa, buddy.
All right. So luckily, as you're descending through the staircase, you're able to take your time, and Ssilva, you find a well-off path that leads you down. A couple of steps do break out from underneath your feet, but nothing that is um, going to make you fall. You're able to kind of judge each one, clearing any sort of small gaps. You make your way all the way down to the bottom of the bell tower, and you find yourself confronted with two large wooden doors. There's one on your right and one on your left. Neither of them have any sort of peeping hole, but there is a large latch holding both of them shut.
Is there a glory hole?
It said no peeping holes.
Right. There's a latch holding it
Oh, you
shut.
can do that.
Hmm. All right. I'm interested here. Hmm. What kind of latch?
Um, it's just one of those. I forget the name of it, but it's one of just those drop latches. It's not. It's not locked. So it's just a. Basically, it would be a metal bar. It's got a handle on it, and it drops into like I guess a receiver that holds the door closed. Neither door is locked. You are able to just simply lift up the latch and pull the door open if you wish.
How big are these doors? Like, are these gonna be like kind of
Um,
doors? Or be like kind of things?
from your judging of knowledge of, I guess, architecture, uh, you can't really tell if the door is going to make a lot of noise. It is a heavy wooden door, so if it does creak, it probably will be audible.
Does anyone have silence or grease?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I have a potion of grease, don't I?
I think so. I think you have
Do
an
we-
oil of slipperiness or something.
Yeah, I have two slippery oil potions. All right, I'm gonna use one on each of the doors and like grease their hinges and like
Probably
I'm
I mean,
straight up gonna make these things perfectly greased.
just need a couple drops on each
yeah, I
one.
was gonna say you can use one potion to hit both doors. Um,
All right.
just because you're not gonna you do it pretty generously, but you only use up one potion doing so. You're able
Nice.
to get both doors pretty well looped up from what you can tell. Um,
Ooh, baby.
which one are you looking to open first, left or right?
They lead to the same spot, don't they?
You gotta find out.
Aren't they like touching? Like, aren't they
No,
connected?
they're
Like
not connected like this. They're on separate. So when you came down, you ended up into a long room that
Oh.
feels like about the same length as the cathedral. And there's one door on the left and one door on the right, towards the edge. I know you can't really see my hands, but towards the edge of the room. They're not next to each other. It's not like you're gonna open like a grand like French door over here where you're gonna enter into the big room. It's two
I'm
separate
gonna
Alright.
make an
doors.
entrance.
I'm gonna channel my inner Kenny here, and I'm gonna peek. I'm peeking on the door on the right.
All right.
Nice.
So you quietly move up and open the latch and pull the door on the right open just enough to get your kind of face in and be able to take a look inside. This door leads into a long rectangular room. There's tables that line both sides of it. Each of them are lined with large golden chalices. And at the very end is a large keg that is tapped already. You see two men in there wearing white robes with the hood up. They are both at the opposite end of the hall where the keg is. Each one of them is filling up their own cup and placing them on the tables.
Huh.
They do not take
It's a
notice to you.
suicide night. Suicide night.
Yeah, that's why it's tapped.
Look.
Dude.
Suicide night.
I want to take a sip of whatever the heck's in that cup.
Kenny's already sick. I think just volunteer.
Yeah, it might not just be poison.
There is a chance that you could get to one of the tables that has cups nearby, that you can grab one if you do wish to drink some.
I kind of just want to steal all the gold chalices.
All right, dude. I guess I don't know if they're actually gold is the issue there.
I would. You'd
I guess
still
we'll have
want
to finish all this beverage to figure out, if they're really gold.
All right. You guys, okay. I guess I'm gonna peek through the. I'm gonna like close this and peek through the left door.
All right, so you will close this door slowly and quietly, and move over towards the left door. This door you open up, and it leads out to the altar. You are now behind the altar of the cathedral, and you see that the altar is dressed up with all these different garlands and decorations. A lot of silver and gold seems to be around, different orbs, chalices, and all the such candelabras that are hosting half-burnt candles are sitting on either side of the altar. You look farther out into the cathedral itself, and you see that the cathedral inside is structurally sound and together, but a lot of the interior features, like the pews, are broken. The stairs are neglected as well. And you see that it just seems like they're using it for one purpose and one purpose only, and they're really only trying to hold it together for possibly this one night.
Okay.
There are a decent amount of people moving about inside, and nobody notices you peeking through the door, as there's a lot of bodies all together, just kind of talking amongst each other. Different conversations, different little cliques grouped up. You do notice that on the altar itself is a similar gold chalice to the previous room, and then there are 4 shackles attached to each corner of the altar itself.
So it's a bunch of cultists trying to summon something. You know what? Didn't you give me a vial of poison?
I'm not entirely sure.
Aren't you poison?
You'd have you. If I did give it to you, it should be in your inventory.
Yeah. Vial of poison, basic. Awesome. I wonder how much I can actually fucking poison people with that.
The basic. Basic poison 5e.
Oh, before drying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once applied, the poison retains potency for 1 minute before drying.
Well, I mean, so if I dropped it into like the drinks in there, it would just stay potent mixed in with like whatever liquid they're about in the chalices.
Yeah, I would figure. But you're only going to do a d4 damage.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I don't think that it would really. I mean, they'll each take a d4 damage.
Well, that's kind of a useless poison then.
Well, it seems like if you apply it to your weapon, every time you hit, you'll do a d4 for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're spreading it out amongst all these different chalices, I would change it, and it's not drying within 1 minute. I would change it to just each person takes a d4.
Again, useless. What kind
Yeah,
of fucking
yeah.
poison? Goddamn commoner.
Yeah.
God, what is this weak ass shit? Might as well just stab him with my dagger at that point.
All right. So I'm gonna. I will be right back. I apologize. I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Where'd everybody go?
Our DM disappeared, man. Edit DM
Spooky.
disappeared, man. Awesome. All right, how can we ruin his plan? What can we do? He wants us to
What's
just
going on?
stop this. He wants us to stop this cult, right? We should
We're
encourage the
supposed to
cult.
We could-
observe it.
I mean, we could also, alternatively join the cult, which would really fuck shit up.
He's just like crushes a piece of paper and throws. Yeah, do that.
They're clearly bad people, guys. Yeah, but they have like really good catering. like
Had
shit.
three already.
I was like, you guys kind of suck, but like this punch is fire.
It's on tap. It's carbonated.
Like, who made this? You should be promoted. I got.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I was gonna kill myself, but yeah, that's the nicest thing everyone's ever said to me. We should like write notes to each other and be like, "Hey, man, you're really great. I think you could do wonderful things." Like pass notes to each other, and they're all just getting these really nice notes. And they're like, "Man, you know what? Maybe I should live."
All right, back. Sorry.
Fucking better be.
Fuck you. All right, so you're seeing into this room. You see everybody kind of moving about, and it seems like nobody's really leaving anymore at this point. Just more and more people are coming in. You're getting a rough head count of about 14 people inside at the moment. 16 if you include the 2 people in the white gowns in the other room.
I'm sorry. There's the two. There's 16 total in the church right now.
Yes, between the 2 rooms that you just looked into.
Are they all dressed in similar white clothes?
The people that have entered the church are not. Only the 2 people in the other room are in those white gowns.
I gather the guys together and like. So we've got a cultist problem. I'm pretty sure the ringleaders are the frickin' clansmen in this room over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I want to murder the 14 people downstairs, though. They seem kind of nice. And that is based purely on the fact that they're wearing decent clothes.
You got an eye for fashion?
I mean, you have to keep the garments looking like they can go with the skin.
I'm only wearing a bandana, so.
Mm.
Papers lying around? Any handwriting lying around? Any documents lying around?
Not in the room that you're in. This room is the base of the bell tower, so you do have like a little bit of storage. There's some broken crates and whatnot, but there's nothing in here for you to use for forgery, if you will.
Fine. That's okay. That's fine.
Sorry. Well, I mean, there's those two guys in that room. I mean, it might get a little loud, but there's a bunch
I'm
of
gonna
gold
bust into that room.
chalices.
I'm going in. I'm going right into that dude. I go, oh, what's up? Is it cool if I chill?
So are you going? You're going into the room where all the poison, well, the chalices are, with the two dudes that are filling them up.
Yeah, let's get it going.
All right. So after huddling up and discussing for a moment, Kenny kind of
We
just,
just look up from the group. We're like, "Where's Kenny?"
Kenny just over at the door, opens the door up and walks into the room. Are you closing the door behind you, or are you just leaving it wide open? Just
Oh, fuck no. I'm just, what's up? Is it cool if I chill?
So you throw open the door, you walk in, and the two gentlemen in the robes turn and look at you. They look at you, just thoroughly confused as to where you just came from, and then they look at each other, and then one of the more, I guess the best way to describe it is really burly-looking guys stands up more straight and tall, walks
You can see
forward,
it's
puts a
burly.
cup down onto one of the closer tables, and then starts to walk towards you. He goes, "Ah, my child, welcome to the cathedral. I see that you have found yourself in the wrong room. Please,
Cut
please."
out.
I cut out.
Yeah.
I think I get the gist.
Hold
Hold on.
I might have started talking too loud.
Oh, yeah. I take one of the cups and look at it over and go, haha, what's up, prohibitions? And go, haha, I'm Polly Shore, like Polly wants a cracker shore. I hand him the cup.
Well, the cups all on the table are currently filled. The empty ones were up on a cart next to where they
Oh
were.
yeah. Oh yeah. I took the filled one and I want.
So you take a full one. And just, well, my child, it would be better if you would wait for the ceremony out in the hall itself. Please, place that cup back on the table where you found it and follow me out through this door. And he kind of just shows you towards the table space that you had taken the cup from and then points over to the door with his other hand.
I put it back down, slap on the shoulder, and go, ha, vamos a apply it, buddy.
Ah, perfect, thank you.
No Spanish for some reason.
He's just like, yeah. He feels the energy, and that's what it is. He's like, okay,
Yeah,
like I get where this is going. I don't speak that, but like,
Just
Is that your
accepting.
thieves' cant? Spanish?
maybe he should.
Thieves can't speak English. So yeah, he walks in with him and he goes, ha ha, look at a party.
So he leads you towards the other door, and places his hand gently on the middle of your back and just guides you. He opens up the door on the other door on the end of his hall, and just it leads out into the cathedral. And please introduce yourself to the other brothers and sisters out here. By all
Aw.
means, just wait a little bit longer. We are almost ready for the ceremony. And he kind of, with a little bit of force, pushes you through the doorway. And then,
Salutations, professionals. I'm Polly Shore, like Polly wants a cracker shore.
I'm sorry.
My phone died. I just missed. What just happened?
You coming into some.
Kenny went into that room. I'm like right next to the doorway, hiding against the wall, listening in to what's happening, ready to run in and start beating the shit out of people.
Hmm.
But it seems like he just got pushed out of it and no bad things happened.
Oh, okay. So, Kenny, my friend, what
He's
happened?
not with us anymore.
Oh, wait. Where
He's
did
he's
He's-
in the
he's
cathedral
He's
with
in,
all the
the,
other
he's in
people.
the main hall of the
Oh.
cathedral.
You, me, and Yeahno are back in that like abandoned room together.
the abandoned hallway kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys were like doing your
he
own
left
thing.
the
You're
door
like,
open.
yeah,
So
you were like,
he walked
does
in.
it
He left the
not
door
smell like
open.
vomit anymore? Oh, Kenny's gone.
That's the way you tell if he's nearby, just if it smells like vomit.
Just a big whiff. All
That'd
right.
be hurling.
Ugh.
So he got ushered into the cathedral, and it's just us three left
I was
back.
welcomed in. I'm in now.
I'm in, guys. Wasn't this the plan, guys?
I was gonna say we could
Guys?
probably would have just been able to walk in.
We
have scars.
I mean, fuck. Shall we-
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't get fucking stabbed and sacrificed right there.
Yeah, I was like, he's alive. In what situation? I don't know. I'm still trying to decide if they're devil worshippers or Mormons. Kinky
know.
Mormons. Very,
Um,
very
Speaking of
kinky
exorcism.
Mormons.
I mean, you saw what those other cultists were doing in Trisand.
Yeah, but they were trying to summon a bone devil. What the hell? Like, I don't know. It's like a blood devil? A greater demon? Like, do we just nuke the altar now, kill the two guys in the robes, and send them to the far reaches of the corner of the earth? Or do we come back later and have to deal with some big fucking bloodsucker? Because God knows this is going to somehow fall on us to take care of.
Yeah.
And there could be a slew of different things. You could always accrue a small army to come help you.
Fair.
And us still do all the work.
Wow, dude.
I mean, I would plan accordingly as needed. You guys wouldn't just sit back and be the kings and queens of the fucking pawns over here. But
I mean, it would be nice for once to lead the army and not be the army.
you'll still have to do a little bit.
We'll fight.
Anyways,
We command them for
That's,
a bit.
that's for a different time.
So are we gonna go kill the two guys in the white robes and figure out what all this shit's about? It feels like if we take care of them, the ceremony is going to have some sort of ringleader we're gonna have to deal with, and if they're all cultists, do we have to kill every single one of them?
I don't
You can
know.
tell them to
They seem
drink
like
and they'll just die
citizens.
themselves.
So like, yeah, let's just kill the two guys in the white. Can we keep it quiet as well here?
You can try.
I mean, I'll try, but that guy's pretty beefy. I don't know if you took a peek around the corner, but
Oh.
his thighs is as big as me.
Oh.
And you
Boy.
are a man down at the moment.
We are a man down.
Does he really count?
Bird up.
Alright, I mean... Do we just sneak in to the chapel and see what the heck's going on?
You're gonna sit out or sit through the ceremony.
I mean, we might as well see what's about to happen.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it starts in an hour and a half probably by now, so we
Oh.
can go peek the other door that looked into the chapel and just eye in.
So do you want?
Hopefully, we don't know Kenny. He doesn't know us.
So are you guys looking to? Are you gonna enter into the cathedral, or are you looking to just watch the ceremony from behind a half-open door?
I mean, how's Kenny look like he's doing?
Making friends. I'm like,
you're,
oh.
If you head back over to the left door and you look out into the cathedral, you can see Kenny kind of just bopping around. Just definitely has a tune going in his head as he's wandering through the small crowds. And Kenny, as you're moving in through the cathedral, you're encountering different groups of people that are, some of them are very welcoming and very friendly, coming up to you, just, hey, welcome to the church, welcome, how are you? My name is Beth. What's yours?
I am Steezy.
Small.
I am Brad.
I am ready to drop
Wait,
in.
hold on. Isn't he all fucked up with some crazy infection right now?
Yeah.
Like, he is infected.
Yeah.
I'm
Like, aren't you
fighting
like
it.
super fucked up?
I'm just fighting a
Well,
cold
he-
right now.
Is it just making you more you because you're just like ripping dick from something? Like,
He
and
does.
also, did those guys come close that door that he walked through?
No, they did not.
Okay. So we gotta
it
stay
doesn't.
quiet.
It doesn't seem to be too alarming to them, from what you guys can gather.
I just wanna make sure. So we gotta stay a little quiet as we skulk around back here.
Kenny, you are greeted by the people. Some of the groups do notice the scarring and the bandages on your neck.
It's fucking grotesque wounded.
Well,
neck.
well, Githa did bandage it up and patch him up, so it just looks like he has a large bandage on his neck instead of like a large open pulsating wound of black and red goo.
I'm gonna sacrifice.
So he does-
Hell, look, maybe Kenny will get fucking healed by this thing, and we won't have to deal with this.
He's coughing a bit.
6 feet, please.
Yep.
You know, COVID's a real thing when it comes into your D&D world.
Oh, man. Damn, dude.
Anyways, so you watching Kenny, you kind of just you're people watching at this point, waiting for the time to come for the ceremony to start. And Kenny, you're working your way through the crowds, kind of meeting new people, a social gathering, if you will.
If you will.
As you get to one of the groups, Kenny, you notice that two of the people of this one group are the guy and girl that you guys had knocked out a few hours ago.
Ooh.
They look at you.
I mean, the guy probably didn't see us.
The guy didn't see you, but the woman looks at you and kind of has a puzzled look on her face for a moment. But she opens up her arms and goes to embrace you and just, welcome to our fine church. Are you ready to accept the blessing from the Father?
Oh,
Haha, the gods of Stoke are conspiring to make my day sensational.
Can we hear him?
No, he's mixed in with the words of the crowds. So, unfortunately,
Eyeing him. Like,
Indistinct chatter.
you just see him open his mouth,
Rabble,
and you just
rabble.
instantly, just the bridge of your nose, just...
So,
we're just watching intently, like ready to be like, "Oh fuck, what we got to do?"
Yeah, I was
My-
like, I'm ready to cast spells, but I don't know how to feel about
I guess
this.
my ropes didn't work so well done earlier.
You guys never elected to take the daggers off their bodies. They just cut their ropes.
Oh.
Freaking
Oops.
Yeahno inspected them. It's like, yep, there's daggers here. We better get
Yep.
going, guys.
There you go, guys.
You guys did inspect them, but you never mentioned taking them off. I did mention that
Yeah.
they had them.
Yeah, we
fine
were just
details.
like, yeah, it's a fucking
Yeah.
dagger, whatever.
I'm still gonna blame the guy that tied people up that allowed them to get to their daggers.
Oh, the hair. Make sure your arms are comfortable. And your legs. And your belly. Just like-
And here, you can hold this dagger. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Puts it in their hands.
yeah. All right, bye. There's food over there. And here's a credit card.
Here's a whole detail of our plan that we're about to do.
By the way, we're here to
And
kill
here's
all of
pictures
you.
of our faces and our
Here's
ID
all our
cards.
names. How much money we have.
Here's our addresses, my 401k.
My
And here's my confession to blowing up Humith. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take that with me.
That's the one that you pull
That
back.
goes to your grave.
Oop, didn't want to leave that there.
Anyways,
Insurance nightmare.
she doesn't seem like she's too alarmed at the sight of you. But like I said, she does reach out and give you a large hug. And are you ready to welcome? I forgot what I said. I think it was Father's Grace.
Oh, I am not afraid to drop in.
The man looks at you and just gives you a good pat right on the wound, just right here.
Huh?
Just hits you and just you feel just the bandages shift and a look as he squeezes down on your shoulder and just that's what I like to hear, sir.
I go, oh!
I look at the other guys and go, if he manages to somehow infect the father, we just like grab him and bounce, yeah?
I mean, is he still bleeding from
You
earlier?
mean
Does he have
from
an
like
open
his
wound?
wound thing? If he fucking spread shit down there and we just we bounce? I mean, yeah, I guess I ain't fucking with.
Hey,
Fuck
so we took care of your cultist problem, but there's a new problem.
You've got a bit of a zombie outbreak? What the fuck's a zombie?
I will
Don't
say,
worry
not
about
cultists
it.
anymore.
There's no more cultists.
So we're
we
like,
solved your problem?
we're like potentially there could be zombie cultists, which is like I feel like that's somehow worse.
It's somehow worse, yeah. And I love it.
All right. So as time continues on, you guys are getting a little antsy and ready, and just watching through the doorway, and suddenly you just hear the bell above you start to chime, echoing out across the roadways. The
Tools.
yeah, the bell tolls, and the last of the members that come in through the back door, the door obviously the opposite end of the cathedral, they come in, they close it, and two large wooden bars fall down through these latches that holding the door closed. Everybody starts to make their way towards different seats, sitting, going to sit down. Kenny, are you sitting anywhere specific, or are you sitting at all?
Yeah, I'll sit with the two people that
The two people you
opened
tied up.
opened my wound up. Yep.
All right, so you follow the two people, and they sit in the second row, just shy of the altar. And you see coming out of the opposite doorway, the one that the big man kind of shunned you through, come the two men donned in white robes. One of them walks up to the altar and starts placing a cup onto the altar and shifting a few things around and opening up a large book. The other one starts walking out into the crowd with a cart that has the chalices on it and starts handing them out to people. You look at the one that's up at the altar is a big burly man. He's standing there, and as he shifts through a couple things, he looks up and just, welcome everyone to my chapel.
Hey, John.
Yes.
While they're doing this sermon, I take a peek through the other door. There's no one in the room where the golden chalices were. But I'm assuming there's no more golden chalices in that room.
No. There's a handful that are left that they couldn't fit on the cart, but they got most of them out in on the cart that the one guy is walking through. So yes, but no one else is in that other room at the moment.
I would like to investigate one of those chalices. What is inside of it?
So you walk up quickly to one of the chalices and you kind of swish it around, take the cup, you look at it, you analyze it. You see that it's a rather viscous liquid. You slosh it about, and you notice that it seems to be leaving a small stain as it's moving about on the gold. It's the golden chalice itself inside the cup.
Does it smell like iron? Is it blood?
It's got legs.
Do an investigation check for me.
Okay. 12.
After you swish it around a little bit, you kind of lean forward and you take a big whiff of it. You put the cup down, and then you take a whiff of another one. You put the cup down, and on the third one, you take another big whiff, and you can kind of tell you are getting like a blood scent from it. You're gathering that it is likely blood that is being poured into each one of these chalices.
Yes. I come out of the room and I go, we need to get Kenny out of there. And we need to get out of here. Because one of two things is about to happen. Either every single person down there is about to drop dead, and we have a big ass thing we have to deal with, or every single one of those people down there are about to roid rage the fuck out, and we're gonna have 16 fucking raging cultists.
I was gonna say they're gonna like transform into something crazy.
Yeah. Either way, this
I will
is
be
not
their
our.
overlord.
Either way, this is not gonna end well.
So, what is it you guys elect to do as the um, ceremony is still commencing?
I level up to level 4.
The power move.
You asked me what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
I don't give a fuck what you say.
All right.
As the ceremony is continuing on, Yeahno, Peepaw, and Ssilva, you're discussing what Ssilva had found, and the father up at the altar is looking out at everybody and just holding up his hands. Welcome, welcome, and thank you all for showing up to this glorious night. Tonight is the first step in the direction of many, many that will lead us to a world of salvation, a world of purity. I had it written down and I don't know where it went. So
This dude's just like,
Is
Good
there a way
stuff.
that I can like slide towards Kenny and just kind of be like, hey, and give him the old like, hey, we gotta go.
um, the
Are
chances
we
of
upstairs?
no. So you guys are on. You basically the door that you're looking through is right at the end of the altar to where the stairs go down to the actual cathedral seating. So you got it to come out that doorway. You guys will essentially be on the altar for a second before you walk downstairs. Definitely noticeable. The other side is a little bit more out of eyesight, if you will.
Go through the chalice room.
Yeah, you could go through the chalice room and head out that way. It would be less likely to be noticed, but there is a chance that people would see you. I mean, it would depend on how you guys approach it. You might just be welcomed into the church. The same way Kenny went.
Sorry, we're late.
Follow me here. We're gonna play health inspector.
We're going to play.
This is unacceptable. Have you seen these glasses? Guys, chalices are not up to code. Who's in charge? We need to talk to them.
How many people are there now?
I'm just gonna keep it at the same 16.
16. No more people came in from outside.
No.
Okay. It's like if it's up to like 30 now, it's like I don't know. I can only punch and kick so many times per round. Their action economy is higher.
I can kind of give you. Where's Kenny?
I got these two people were freaking kidnapped, tied up, left to like fucking rot, and they're just like, they got out, and they're like, oh, let's continue our plans for the evening. Let's just do what
Oh,
we
we're not
gotta
gonna
do
say anything to
anyway.
anyone.
Nope.
That wasn't
No.
weird at all. Well, it's probably just John and Tammy playing a prank on us.
Right, John does
Fun,
smell like barf.
fun cultist pranks.
Oh my god.
You got us. You got us. You
You
bastard.
got it.
You got
And
us.
if you want, you can do. I think I have more than 16.
My ears may be bleeding, but that was a good
I have 15.
prank.
Whatever.
So, like,
Um,
you guys don't do like readiness exercises with your friends where you guys just randomly kidnap them? That's just okay. My bad.
so I'm on my own on that one.
Yeah.
I did put up a
New map.
yeah, kind of a map for you guys.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm going to say before you ask us to start this combat, we can come into this combat next week. It is almost 10:30.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just kind of gonna. I was gonna cut it before the combat. If you
Just delay
if you
right
did
now.
combat. But so you're looking out into the room. You see all that going on there. I actually have only I think 15 people there or 18. I have to fix that.
9, 12, 15, 18, 19, me.
19 me. I'm just you're included in it now.
Wait, where does so we'd come in over here at this door?
Yeah,
Where does
well, I had
the
to
other door
improvise
come in?
because I wasn't expecting you guys to climb through the steeple. So there's no door on the map right now. Where you guys are
That's
on
fine.
the map is where you'd be coming in.
It's a weird 1 point perspective.
Yeah, it's very fixed and it seems very towards the altar. But anyways,
No, it's center point's right here.
um, so the you hear the father continuing on and just, oh, revelation is upon this land, and we are ones to take it. In order to become part of the one Almighty, you must drink the blood of the Almighty. As he's passing out mugs, chalices to each person below.
That seems a bit.
The guy comes up to Kenny with the cart and hands the chalice out to Kenny. Do you take it?
Let's go.
So Kenny takes a chalice. Everybody ends up taking a chalice, and the one guy with the cart starts to head back towards the chalice room. I will cut it there, though. We will pick it up next week.
Can Kenny do one quick just Ferroni, see if he picks up anything in this cup?
You trying to
His last brain cell?
Sure.
What could I
His
roll?
last brain cell.
Investigation.
Are you sniffing it? Are you trying to sip it? What are you trying to do?
I'm just gonna give it a quick.
All right.
Sniff over
You
again.
can do an investigation on it.
With my bird nose that's actually above my beak.
Just holding
Here you
it to
go.
the side.
Fucking 16, baby.
All right. So upon sniffing, sniffing into the chalice itself and kind of doing the similar thing to what Ssilva did, you swoosh it around a little bit. You get the same kind of blood scent coming out of the mug or the chalice, and you kind of can feel that it makes sense, as the father had just said, that you must drink the blood of the one in order to become part of the one.
It's a lot like Catholicism. There's all of these. Go ahead and drink from it. This is my blood of my body. Don't even eat from it. This is the giving this up to you. Yada yada. Fuck you, Judas.
Okay.
I said Judas. Really fast.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, good. But anyways, happy Easter, everybody. Peepaw gets it. He's a rabbit. I don't know.
No, that's a rabbit, not a rabbi.
I don't lay eggs.
See y'all next
With that,
Oh my god.
Oh man.
till
cheers
next
to that.
week, next Monday, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, Kenny.
Be there. Sorry, I'm having an ant problem in my house. Every time it rains, the ants are just like, "Hey, can we come in?" No, like in my living
Oh,
room.
you're not getting snow.